Peace and blessings, all my fam bam, all my folks, all my peeps. This is ShanGO Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, your intuition's mouthpiece when that monkey mind wants to take over. The monkey mind, of course, being the conscious mind, the critical mind, the mind or the voice that often craps you out. Okay, this is the Shangodiac for Aries. For those of you who are new, what the hell is a Shangodiac? It's where I, Shango, mate with the zodiac and spurt out a bunch of kids known as information. This is a reading for Aries for today, January 7th to about mid-month. I'm going to take a little brief time. HP from Miami. Okay, I made it. What's going on, HP? It's a pleasure to have you here. Okay? You got to know that, all right? So we're about to do Aries. Yeah, we're about to get busy with Aries here. How's everybody doing, by the way? If you are in the live chat, if you're catching the rebroadcast, hey, don't worry about it. The reading's about to start in just a minute, baby. Okay, baby? You ain't got to worry about it. B. Moses, you better be in the room. We bets to be. Good to see you, though. Thank you for being here. You could be anywhere else in the world doing anything else, but you're here, and that fucking means something, all right? So, I already did the little shuffle. Oh, I'm wonderful, B. Moses. Thank you very much. I am wonderful. Loretta D's back in the house. I like to take a couple times. I like acknowledging my fan base, okay? So, you don't have to be mad about it. You could join in, too, and get acknowledged, too. You know? Shit. So, no sense in being snarky out there, folks. Or you could just fast forward to the reading or whatever. But I'm not going to take too long here. This is the last reading of this particular Shangodiac series. So we're about to get this in. I like that. HP from Miami. It took me forever to figure out it said from. She had hashtag Shango fam. I love it. Hey, y'all. What's going on? Okay. Without further ado, do we have any Aries out there, first and foremost? Any Aries? I mean, so far there's only 4 people on this thing. Right? But do we have any Aries out there? Militia, you a Aries? Oh, B. Moses, 4-1. Okay, cool. All right. Well, then, get your tea, your cafe, your drink, whatever. You got something rolled. Get that too. All right. And settle back, settle down for a little story. It's called a story for some of you of y'all's life in the next 2 weeks, or possible, probable stories of y'all's life. Aries rising, Barb says. Okay, well then definitely some of this could also definitely be speaking to you. All right, so I'm gonna do this again for you Aries out there. Just take a nice deep breath and upon exhale, simply glance at the cards and pretend that you are sending this deck of cards your very own string of energy, like a line of connection. Okay, so information can go to and from while this reading is happening. Okay, peace and blessings. All right, there we go. I check. Let's see what you guys got going on here. All right, see what the hell's going on for you Aries. Other than that, though, is everybody okay? Is everybody enjoying their Sunday? We have our resident royalty magistrate here, Tawanda Vance, welcoming everybody. Welcome, Tawanda Vance, as well. Okay. Just give me 1 second here as I see what needs to be said first. You know what? I could say this first and foremost off the bat. I know for some of you Aries right now, and I feel like if this isn't exactly how it is already, you kind of already feel it's heading this way. And I'm just going to tell you what it is first and foremost. You have a lot of reverse cards here, okay? Upside down shit. Not necessarily the best thing to get, okay? Other than the fact they're kind of showing us maybe where we can alter our path, correct, make some changes, okay, to the trajectory of how we're going right about now. Yeah, but you have a lot, okay? I have a lot. Okay, let me just see who wants to speak first. Don't all rush now, okay? Who wants to come through first? Okay. Now, some of you, this is a multifaceted story here, okay? Because some of you, and this person may not even be on this broadcast right now, but you're going to run into this information. Uh, you've been having a long standing problem with the father of your child or children as far as financially. This guy has not been providing for his children, making them important in his life, almost in every particular way. But what is particularly beginning to this has been a subject of contention many times in the past, but right now I feel like your teapot is about to fucking explode because and I don't mean this in a bad way. I'm just saying the burden of this responsibility, okay? And sometimes it feels like a burden, okay? We love our children, but, you're a human being also, okay? And sometimes you feel like a mule with two big sacks of shit thrown over you, okay? And your legs sometimes get wobbly and your back gets tired, okay? A little bit of help would go a whole long way, okay? Now that's one of the storylines here Spirit is showing me about this card, okay? The other part of this card, okay, is also can be dealing with some Capricorn energy, okay? Possibly. But I also feel in some ways this is somebody who is it's either you or somebody else. I'm not quite sure about that. I'm going to be honest. But somebody has been very, very giving out money, giving out time, giving out rides, giving out this, and they're not having it. So maybe, Aries, maybe this is you, okay? But some of you may also have been dealing with somebody. I don't want to say this is a tricky doodle do, as my big brother from another rising power used to say, Trixie. He would call you on it if you were tricking. If he caught you caught you tricking with a broad or so, he's like, he'd call you Trixie. So this is also Trixie, all right? Trixie's not feeling he's getting his money's worth or something. You know what I mean? Or her, she's not feeling. But this is definitely somebody of a authoritative nature, anyways. In their own world, they're the boss, but within y'all's relationship, you know. And if that's not the case here, like I said, I'm moving through different scenarios because there's a lot of shit coming through with this card. All right, it's you. You're kind of the king of your own castle, even if you're the queen. You're the king queen of your own castle. And, there's been somebody that you've been helping out, you've been giving handouts, you've been this and that, and it's just not, you're fed up with it. It's done. It is done as far as you helping out. Like you finally are also drawing the lines too. Because this person was able to play on your heartstrings very well. Like on some Kenny G shit, but on your heartstrings, like on some Liberace shit. Just they were able to play elegantly, okay, on you. But no more, no more. I see Spirit is showing that you're just finally that Aries fury is rising up. Like fuck this, okay. So that is definitely a message coming through for somebody. Also, we have to address this too. We got to address this right now, okay. Okay, so we have the One of Cups. Okay, the One of Cups. It's reversed. Okay, I feel on two different lanes here. This is talking about two different things here, which means for various people. Okay, There's two different main storylines coming through, or what I'm being shown here about this card. I'm gonna start with the second one, okay? Because the first one's too obvious. But I feel like something that you started, that you were passionate about, is going to see its end. Now, I'm not sure why that's happening. I'm not sure why you're deciding that, but I feel like in many, many cases, this is you deciding that, okay? So this could have been something you were kind of revved up about, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this next year. But for whatever reason, maybe you learned something else about whatever this idea was that you were passionate about, or this, whatever it is, but it changed your mind. You changed your mind. You had to change your mind, okay? And usually, when you guys get locked onto something, you guys are very, very like, about it, even though you guys can be erratic as well. Also, we already know this also stands for, and some of you already know, you're waiting for me to say it. Uh, it's either happened or going to happen because you feel it already in the works, you know. But there was a relationship or possible relationship. Things was kind of looking up. You're like, man, I don't know. I'm really feeling this. I might be able to work with this. Um, it's not going to happen. So it's either due to you or it's due to the other person. They're going to change their mind for whatever reason. But yeah, they're not. They're not. It's not happening. It's not happening. Okay. Um, yeah, it's definitely not happening. And this may even be involving a Gemini also. This also might be involving a Gemini, okay? So I definitely feel like there is some type of relationship going on. It's just not going to it got aborted, basically. You Planned Parenthood on the relationship, okay? That's pretty much what happened. Now, when I was talking about I didn't think I ever addressed this. Okay, so for some, I'm seeing this Piscean energy. Okay, for some of you, it could also represent, once again, with the goddamn baby's daddies or something. All right, this could be a baby's daddy. It could also be a father, a relationship with your very own father or father figure. Okay, and if you are the father, then I feel like you're having a hard time right now. You kind of feel upside down for those rare male Pisces that we get on my broadcast, okay? But I'm definitely feeling this is a very fatherly energy, and I guess the motif, the style of this individual or person also within regards to this whatever situation is very Piscean. Okay, so sometimes they could be seemingly off in their own fantasy world also, but they're very, very cunning mentally. They know how to do some uh, mental magic on your ass if you're not careful, okay? And some can also be touted as being full of shit, okay? But for those of you having it, it's also hard emotionally, okay? I just see some of you doing this co-parenting is having a very rough time right now, okay? Very, very, very rough time. Okay. Also, I feel there was some of you. What were you waiting on, Aries? I feel like in the weirdest, because Aries don't really wait. They're pretty much about let's do this shit now. They don't wait. But I don't know what you were waiting on, Aries, but it's not going to come through. Were you expecting that person to pay you back? Were you expecting to get that job or that contract? You know, or were you expecting to start whatever event or opportunity you had to create more security, even financial security for yourself? It's not, I feel like there is some type of kibosh going on here. Something's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm feeling something is in the way, or it's just something with your own time and your own rhythm is just not, it's not going to happen right now. It's definitely not going to happen. I would suggest you take a more open-minded approach to it if and when it does pop off like that. So that way you don't get bogged down by disappointment. Because some of you guys have your heart on your sleeves with some of your projects or what you're doing, and it could take you way off track, way off course. put you way behind more than you need to be, okay? We don't want that. So it's almost like I say, sometimes, like they say, a pound of prevention is, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Okay, in this particular situation, I'm not saying to expect it or to make it happen, but if you can already have as, okay, one of the outcomes could be that the shit don't happen. Okay, what am I going to do if that happens? All right, maybe you have some type of plan, maybe you have whatever, but the most important thing is you are mentally safeguarded against the whole disappointment type of thing. Okay, so please keep that in mind. All right. Also, since we've been talking about this, all right, and I feel for some reason to warn you guys also about getting your head too far up in the clouds, okay? Being overly optimistic, okay? To whereas in a way you're detached from reality about a certain something or about a certain somebody. Maybe everybody's been telling you something, but you just refuse to hear it, okay? Now, that's not saying you should just run around listening to people, but I am saying in this particular case, you might be kind of a little bit overdoing the positive as far as just the way you're looking at it. Okay, I feel like in some ways there's like a detachment. Your head's kind of in the clouds here. Okay, also, and this is also, and for this is also referring to one of you out there co-parenting, because you still love the fuck out your child's father. Okay, you still love him. You know you can't be with him, but you still love him. Okay, but there is also deception by someone that you love. Okay, there's you, and that's what makes it hurt the most. Is because you still have your feelings for this person, even though you're almost mad at yourself that you still love this person. You know, and but I feel like there is some deception also going on. Besides all the other extra little things here that we've been dealing with. All right. But I also feel throughout all of this, you're going to get to know yourself even better in the next 2 weeks emotionally. I feel like something's going to stick out and you're going to say, hey, I finally made the connection between this and that, and I realized this is an emotional trigger point for me, or something to that nature where I feel like you're gaining emotional intelligence, okay, through some of the challenges, the trials, the tribulations that you are experiencing emotionally, okay? So they can serve a positive purpose for you if you respond to them in such a way. Or even if you just take a step back sometimes and just look at the whole situation, you know, smoke you a blunt or something, and just look at everything and allow certain things. Okay, what can I learn from this? What really is going on? Even if you're just by yourself, you don't have to worry about nobody else hearing you, you know? Uh, okay, I feel that some of you are also feeling financially restless. Now, that's not saying things are necessarily going bad, but your innate desire to constantly want to improve, you know, you guys always got some other project, some other thing. Like, you guys are very forward thinking and doing, actually, as far as a sign goes. And for you guys just to not be doing shit, even though things are okay, I feel like that is fucking with you. That's bothering you. And that's not cool. You guys need to do it moving. You guys need to stay in motion. If you guys were in the water, I would say you guys are a shark. And the thing about a shark is, or like a great white shark, I guess, is they have to keep swimming or they die. Even when they're sleeping, they're moving, they're swimming. So, in some types of ways, you guys remind me of that so much. Okay? You guys definitely remind me of that so much. So, and it's also feeling, um, what I just say it was, restless about what's important to you. I feel like there's like this leap that you guys are about to take somehow, some way, and in certain areas where it's just like, I'm gonna fucking jump. I'm gonna do this shit because you can't stay, you just can't stay static for one moment, like for too long. It's gonna drive you nuts. Okay, so That needs to be dealt with also. Some of you going to a new level at work. Like I said, doesn't mean you're doing bad financially. It's just you have this idea and these concepts of how much better you could be doing, and that's what bothers you. That's what gets you feeling unsatisfied. That's what gets you feeling, you know. And sometimes you guys got to stop and just be grateful, though, anyways, for what you do have, and all that good rigmarole. But I feel also you guys are also moving it up, moving on to the next level at work or in your work, even if that's your spiritual work, okay? I feel like you guys are moving it up. This is you, Aries. This 10 of Swords. This is you, okay? This is also equated to the Jack of Spades. Jack of Spades, okay? So I feel like you're also moving it up in your work and in your spiritual work also. For those of you who are actually getting their hands dirty, you know, and actually doing this shit, doing this work. Uh, and last but not least here, okay, it's important to reclaim your mental dominion over yourself, okay? Lately, I don't know why, and because I don't know why, but lately, you guys have been too prone to other people's opinions, too inceptible by other people's opinions, other people's little remarks, little comments, little shit like that. It's been getting to you in ways that usually it doesn't. Usually it doesn't. But for some reason, it has been. And maybe it's because some of the things that you've been hearing are having to do with shit that bothers you that you've never told anybody about. That's why there's an emotional charge there, okay? So it's like if somebody insults you and meanwhile they don't know it, but this is something that's really bothered you about yourself, okay? It's going to get more of a reaction than if I was to say some old dumb shit that is just not relatable to you at all. Like, it's not true. Therefore, it doesn't even bother you. But lately, I feel like somebody's been kind of hitting on your buttons. And it's been fucking with you. And it's been fucking with you at the fact that it's fucking with you. Why is what they said bothering me? Type of thing. So anyways, it's time to reclaim your divinity. Your dominion. Because you are the king, the omega of your mind. So this is showing me that you haven't been moving in your full Aries, divinity, if you will, or dominion, if you will. So, it's time to turn it right side up, okay? It's time to turn it right side up. That's the last of the notes. So that's what I have for you, Aries. For those of you bold Aries out there who are already doing their spiritual work and who want to co-create a rather unique to you experience, okay? If there's certain pertinent pieces of information that you feel that you're lacking, and we all have those times. We all have different emotional bullshit popping up that makes it difficult to see. Then I implore you now. That's if you're that bold one or two. I'm not expecting a bunch, but just one or two. As I know one or two are out there. Submit a callback request or book yourself a consultation the old-fashioned way by the calendar. Okay, you can find all that information in the description box. But it's my intention that this reading help whoever was meant to hear it when they need to hear it and in ways that they need to hear it. Okay, so I'm going to get up out of here. Peace and blessings. I love all of you. Okay, especially all the ones here in these chat rooms who come and suffer through these readings with me. You know what I'm saying? As far as you have to listen to me talk, that's what I meant by suffer. But yes, I am very grateful for each and every one of you in a very unique and gracious way for each and every one of you. Okay, so I'm going to conclude. We're almost at a half hour for this shit. So these have not been skimpy readings, people. All right. Peace and blessings to all of you. Please enjoy your Sunday. And get some rest today. Recharge your batteries. Okay? Recharge your battery. Jessica Lopez. I see you. So yeah. Recharge your batteries today, folks. Recharge your batteries if possible. If you are working, then make sure you create a sacred space of just doing nothing for a little bit today if possible, okay? Recharge your batteries. And I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. Who knows? I might pop up tomorrow. But like I said, peace and blessings to all of you. I look forward to working with those who are bold and got that audacity to make that shit happen for them very, very soon. So peace and blessings. Absolutely welcome Barb, Jessica Lopez, Tawana Vance, B. Moses, Militia Latrice. Let me see here. Loretta Deeds, and so forth. Everybody, peace. I love y'all. Catch you next time. And then want to tell me my battery's low. I knew that. Shit. Peace. Hey. This thing don't want to turn off. I guess my thumb is there. It is.